Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California's sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J. Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
Oh, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Oh, look at the last day of the year, New Year's Eve. Ain't that something? Ain't that crazy? I know y'all excited, but me, I've been spending money all month, man. Christmas came, and then Diamond's birthday, the wife's birthday is New Year's, so I'm just constantly making sure everybody okay. All right, I will say though, every year I've been practicing where I always start Christmas shopping early because y'all know I got a football team at home, and we got a lot of kids. So around July or August we start the shopping for Christmas. So when December come, I really just got to worry about saving up for Diamond's birthday and doing something for her. The good thing is she's not really materialistic, so she would rather me do something with her than buy her something, which is kind of cool because it shows that we can spend time together. Like this year, we'll be doing a massage, no happy endings. We'll give that to each other when we get home. You know what I mean? We'll go from there. But I got it planned out. She's so thoughtful, man. She's her sister, her guy has a birthday shortly after Diamond. So we're all doing something together, which is kind of cool because if it was up to me, her birthday, New Year's, I'm only worried about celebrating her. No offense to Fatu. He's a good dude, good man, but that's my wife, But I love the fact that she thinks about other people. We'll make it a team thing. Other than that, we don't really have too many plans for New Year's. I don't really have too many plans because I work a lot. So I try to get my sleep in when I can. And now that I know I don't have to work tomorrow, hopefully our day that we get done or that we do for her birthday, it'll give us some time to rest and sleep too. Hopefully them kids going to be with her mama or my mama, somebody. We don't know about splitting them up. They don't like being split up. But they going somewhere tomorrow. They're going somewhere. It'll be nice for us both to get some rest too, though. I know she also, I don't know if she know I see that, but she works and then she comes home and she's a parent as well. And sometimes she needs a break too. So I don't know if she know that I see that, but I do, and I try to give it to her. One thing about Diamond is you can try to get her to stay away from them kids all you want, but the minute you take them away and you give her a day off, 2 hours later, she's going to go pick the kids up anyway. It's how it happens. I'll literally be having to hide the keys so she don't go get the kids. But all in all, we did have a great Christmas. I will say one thing. My children literally came up to us and they said they were so happy with all of the presents they got. And they didn't expect to get all of that. They were super happy with it. And then they were upset because they didn't get us nothing. So they felt bad a little bit about not getting us nothing. But I'm all like, y'all are kids. Like, what can y'all really get me other than the happiness you bring me from just being here? But my children love to show reciprocation. When they get something, they want to show that they want to give that back to show that they received it. I'm not mad at that, just within reason, learn how to control it before it gets out of hand and it controls you. I used to be like that myself, learning lesson. But it was a great week, very productive. I got some rest this past weekend. I got me some real good sleep. I think it was, I want to say Sunday, but probably Sunday outside of church and stuff. I slept the whole day away. I just kept going in and out of sleep. I try to do some spring cleaning, but I'm gonna finish it up tonight when I get home. Since I get off early from the second job, I'll do that last bit, make sure my kids got some money in their palms and their hands when the new year hit, those little superstitions we follow here and there. But all in all, the entire week so far from last week to now has been great. It's been amazing. I hope y'all have all had a great Christmas, had a great week. Hope it was productive. I hope that you had a great time with your family, friends, whatever the case may have been, whoever you celebrated with. Even if you had to go to lunch or breakfast by yourself on Christmas, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope it was a great time. On our end with it, after everybody, I got up at 6 a.m., and I'm a big kid myself. I didn't get no presents, but it wasn't about me getting presents. I'm just a big kid. So I woke up at 6 a.m., 6:30. I went in there and I took the speaker and I started blasting Chris Brown This Christmas so that the kids will wake up so they can get up and open their presents. And they were like, oh, you're waking the kids up. You're impatient. No, there's a lot of toys in here. My kids' ages range from 2 to 9. I got 4 of them things, 2 to 9, which means I will spend the better part of Christmas building everything instead of actually sitting there and just enjoying it with the family. So yes, they got up at 6:30, so that way I can start building everything, getting it all put together, set up any electronics that anybody may have gotten. That way, by the time 11:30 came, I ain't have nothing to do. But then I had to go to my mom's house. But by 11:30, I had all devices set up. I had all toys built and put together, all batteries and whatever needed batteries. Like, I was Bob the Builder that day. I did everything that needed to be done so that we got it taken care of. After getting all that done, I thought I could lay down for a nap. Mom calls me and says, you're late. You're supposed to be here at 10. It's 11:30. I'm like, I didn't know. I thought it was whenever you call me. So we went to Mom's house. Hey, the good thing is we played a game. We played Christmas games. It was a great, great day. We had me and my mom and my family, my stepdad and, his family was there. We all played a bunch of games. I won $100. Well, Marquand Jr. won $100 from one of the games we played. Great food. It was a great experience. And I'll tell you this right now. I don't know what it was about this past Christmas, and maybe it was that it was so much family around, loving and being supportive with each other, but I want to say it healed a lot of that trauma I had as a kid from not having good Christmases or celebrations like that. It made me feel like everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. So I was happy. I was happy about that. I was really, really excited. Then the weekend came, and I kind of got to really enjoy time with the kids. Like, we got to enjoy the full Saturday together. We didn't have any interruptions, anything to stop us or delay us. It was great. It was amazing. On top of all of it, I just really, and I'm going to say it again, I just really love the fact of how appreciative my children were over Christmas and how it was, It was just a great feeling as a parent, because sometimes, we normally do more on Christmas for the kids, but this year was a little different. We struggled a little financially. Certain things we couldn't do or we can't do. But I was honest with the kids about that. And they didn't care because they felt like we did more than what they requested, which I'm just happy about. Regardless, I'm just happy. I really am. I'm so happy. So shout out to me and Diamond for that. We did our thing. We took care of the kids for the holiday season. We made it work. We got through it. We stronger together. I appreciate you whether you know it or not. Good looking out for being such a great teammate when it comes to these kids. I really love it. And I can't really explain how much I appreciate it. But I'm sure you know. But other than that, man, that's all it was. Sunday was a bit of sleep. Saturday was with the kids. Sunday was some sleep. The rest of the week was just kind of like, hey, take care of things that you can and don't worry about the things that you can't. And all in all, don't worry about something you can't control. More so saying that, because I'm telling y'all, some of the times I think we out here worried about the wrong things. And it ain't doing us no justice at all. No justice at all. All right, so now I'll get into the show. I just talk about my week. It was nice. It kept me in good spirits. Oh, and I won some money from the casino this weekend, a few $100s, and that kind of helped with Diamond's birthday plans and getting things taken care of with that. But good evening, world, Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. And I say world because a quick story. Last year I went to London, and when I went to London last year, got off the plane, and one of the flight attendants, or she worked at the airport out in London at Heathrow Airport. And she saw me and she was like, hey, I didn't see you do your show this week. And I was like, how you know about my show? Way over here, across the seas, 10 hours away on the plane. But it just made me realize that I don't really know who I'm reaching, but I'm reaching somebody. people are hearing me, somebody hearing me. So that's just motivation to keep it going and keep it up, because of the fact is that I don't know where it is or where you're listening from or where you're coming from, but I thank you and appreciate you for tuning in whenever you do, whoever it is and whoever it may be. It is your boy, Juss Quanni, and you are now locked in to Talk is Cheap, the place where we talk real life, real pressure, real healing, especially for the fellas. Tonight's show is special because in just a few hours, the year ends. And tomorrow, a brand new one begins, okay? Now, before we start posting New Year, New Me, I know y'all waiting on those posts to come in, but before we start doing that and we start writing those big goals and plans, I want us to slow down and check on something first. Can you guess? Can you guess what it is that I want you to slow down and check on? It's all right. I'm pretty sure you all did guess. Your mind. Let's stop. Take a second. This is a long year, tough year for a lot of us. Maybe easier for some of us than others. But let's take a second and kind of step into a little space of observation, I guess we'll say. Because this year has been heavy, you know. I've watched it from friends and family to coworkers to people I don't even know. This year has just been really, really heavy for everyone. Some of y'all have lost people, right? Some of y'all have lost relationships. Some of y'all have lost motivation. Some of y'all have lost yourselves trying to hold everything together. I think that, and I'm going to change that. Some of us, not y'all, some of us. This is everything we all going through. Some of us. If that's you, you're not weak. You're not weak at all. You know, you're human for all of that. Like, yes, this year has been tough for us and heavy. Yes, if we lost people, and that means it could be a death in a family that we lost, or a friend, or, you know, whatever the case may be, and that may hurt you in a certain way, or you may want to, you know, recalculate how you can approach life because of that situation. Some of y'all have just lost relationships where you may have, and it could have been a friendship, it could have been a spouse, it could have been anything, and you lose that relationship. And again, if you've had that relationship or been around it for so long, it's going to take some time for you to get accustomed to your new life without that person in it. So yes, it's going to be tough for you. Some of us have lost motivation. I took this one personal because unfortunately, I'm not going to say unfortunately like that, but I was one of those people. I lost so much motivation in 2025. So much motivation. And it was only because every time I felt like I was moving ahead or moving a step forward, something else would happen that would take me 5 to 6 steps back. And I just felt like this entire year was nothing but backpedaling, even though I accomplished so much this year. So much. I got a new career field where I'm licensed in. I have gotten my family into a new place to live in. I've grown mentally by working on myself and taking care of myself. I've gotten better with my dieting. I've gotten better with myself in general. And all in all, I could only worry about the things that set me back. Yes, those things were there. Yes, they set me back, but they did not destroy me. They did not break me. They did not. What is the quote I like to use? I may bend, but I don't fold. You know, there may be times where I look like I'm going to fall apart, but I'll stand right back up and take care of business. So I know a lot of people don't have that same, what do you call it? What do you want to call it? They don't have the same concept when they come to it. But I'm going to tell you right now, I got tired of looking at all the negative when it came to what was going wrong with my life. And I started appreciating all the positives on what is going right in my life. And doing that, it kind of, I'm not saying it takes away everything, but it makes it a little easier to go in a day-to-day, or to go through my day-to-day life, knowing that everything is not going to always work out and it's not going to always be perfect. There are going to be some hiccups, some roadblocks, and I've got to learn to get through them or get over them, you know, all in all. Now, if you still standing right now and you listening to this show, that means you survived something, right? You survived something. And that alone deserves respect. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you feel or how you feel. What I need you to understand is you don't just, let me rephrase it in a way that don't sound too harsh. It deserves respect because you put in the work or effort to still be here. You're still standing. You're still fighting. Even if you just woke up to go on through the day again, you are surviving. And that's respectable because you ain't giving up. You're not letting yourself down. You're not just saying, fuck it, I'm over it. You are putting the work in, putting the effort in. I'm telling you now, this has been a tough year for me. And I'm at the edge where I'm just like, man, I gotta respect what I've been through. I gotta respect how I'm feeling and what I've gone through. If I don't think I'd appreciate it as much when I do get blessed with something, you know. I'll feel like I'll probably just make it seem like, oh, you know, that's cool. I got that one, no problem, no big deal. Like, no, I think looking back on what brought me to this point is what's going to help me continue to move forward, if that makes sense to you all. But I mean, I know New Year's, I'm ready for the new year too. You know, I still haven't used my 2025 calendar. It's brand new and untouched, just like my gym membership. No, let me stop playing. Actually, you know, my gym membership, I got yelled at by Diamond the other day because I basically have been paying for this membership, and I kind of slacked off the last couple of months, last month or two. Again, I just had a lot going on where I was letting everything else affect me. But hey, look, new year, I'll have that as one of my resolutions as a to get back in the gym and be more consistent with it again, like I was when I first started going back earlier this year. But this year didn't just test us all. The thing about 2025 is it pressed us. And what I mean by it pressed us is there was financial pressure. Like I just stated, we had some financial issues this year that set us back more than once, but we figured it out together and we took care of it. So I can't really be, you know, yes, it sucks and it was frustrating. It was irritating. It was, God, it was so drastic. And it was like we had to kind of restructure everything we normally do on a day-to-day basis because of those financial issues. But you know me, that's why I work so much now. Like that's the reason I work a lot. So I don't ever have to worry about that issue of like a bill needs to be paid. All right, well, we got it, you know. And I tried to do a little different this year by not working so much. And, it, you know, and I'm not even going to blame it on me not working so much. I think I should have planned better when I budgeted for everything. You know, I think I should have planned better, and I should have redone my budget after I wasn't working as much as I was before. That's probably what should have happened. So let me take some accountability right there. That's on me because of the way that the fact that I didn't restructure my pay and what I would be paying into when it comes to bills and finances, things of that nature. Family pressure. We all know that. We all deal with that. I deal with family pressure every day. I got 4 kids and a wife at home. Every day somebody gonna have something I gotta resolve or help resolve. That's just the way it is. That's how it's going. That's how it's been working out. I'm not upset about that. I love the challenge. I love to look forward to coming in and being the person that can actually assist with getting things taken care of. Like, I'm happy that we have that foundation. I really am. Relationship pressure, man. Whoo. Without saying too much, I'm gonna just say it like this. Your relationship can put a lot of pressure on you. But if you are two people that genuinely want to be together and genuinely want to work it out, I guarantee you there is no mountain that you cannot climb together if you do it on the same page. I'm just being completely honest. Regardless of me saying that, that does not mean that your significant other will not have pressure on you throughout the year, throughout life, throughout the day, just to, you know, it's natural. They're not meaning to do it to intentional to hurt you. They're not trying to do it to make you mad, to make you angry, upset. They are simply just trying to grow like you are. And you have to find the best way to be able to grow together. Now, I get it. Some people may be stuck in old ways that have not changed. And at that point, there's really nothing you can do. You've done so much talking. You've done so much, you know, expressing yourself about it. There's just nothing you can really do about it. So it is what it is, right? You take your time from it. But that doesn't take away from the fact that that relationship may be causing you to be pressured, you know. Work pressure, like we all know how it is, man. Like work can be a great thing, or it can be something that's a little overwhelming. Like you can wake up one day and be great about work, and then the next day you go to sleep, that's all you can do is think about work. You know, there's been times where, man, I can't tell you how many times I've like woke up at 5, 6 in the morning and the work is the first thing on my mind about some things, you know. Or I could be getting ready to go to bed and I'm thinking like maybe I missed something or I didn't do something and I'm thinking about work again. So I don't care what nobody say. That pressure from work is different, completely different. So you got to find a healthy way to actually deal with that kind of pressure, because work pressure is like, this is how I take care of my family and pay my bills. So I can't just say, forget it or not worry about it, because I need this. This is something that I require to make sure that my life and my family's life is okay. And then all in all, let's talk about the pressure of life. I say life because that's everything included: financial, family, relationship, work. All of that is included with life pressure. So you got all of those coming down with you, and it's pressuring you, and you're like, damn. Because I'll tell you right now, as men, man, we carry that stuff so quietly. We carry it so quietly because we just feel like we're not supposed to be trying to, what do you call it? Express our feelings or show how we feel. And we know that's wrong. That's not true no more. That's not it. We don't complain. We don't cry much. We don't ask for help enough, which, I'm working on helping the fellas get in there, y'all. We just keep going. Even when we're empty, we just keep on moving, keep on going. Imagine driving a car, and once it runs out of gas, you just keep pushing it to the destination. That's what it is. That's how it feels. It gets heavier when you run out of gas. It's harder to deal with, harder to do. But if like anything, you can only hide stuff for so long before it shows up in one way or another. And for men, that pressure shows up later as anger. It can be real angry all the time. You've seen people that get upset and mad, and they just can't do nothing, but they can't really control their emotions. That's what it's from. Silence. They don't talk anymore. They're getting quiet. They don't really want to express what's going on. Obviously, it's because there's too much weight on their shoulders to be able to talk about it. They don't want to. Or drinking. We all know how people is. They used to be me in my early 20s, man. I would drink every weekend. I had a different bottle every day, or two in my hand, to be drunk as hell and just go ahead and go to work from being drunk. Like I was horrible with it. Smoking. We all know people have different ways of doing it, different things to smoke, but smoking can be an option of where you actually have that showing up later. Shutting down emotionally. They don't want to express themselves to you no more. They tired of talking to you about how they feel. They're like, nah, I'm good. Like, it's all cool. I'm good. Ain't nothing to talk about. Or they're feeling numb, where you don't even see them express nothing about it. Even with the kids, they don't express themselves. Even with work, they don't express themselves. They going through day by day, just like, hey, it is what it is, Or, my favorite one, like I used to do, is isolation. I will push everybody away. I will push everyone away so fast, so quick. You don't just wake up broken. You kind of break slowly. Like, people think that you wake up one day and you're like, I've had enough. No, the thing is, you get to chipping away, you get to chipping away at your personality, at your character, day in and day out, day in and day out. So you slowly start to break, and you start to see, like, God, I didn't even know it was all this heavy and this much going on. And again, I know it's tough, and I know it's hard, I know it's rough, but and just to give you some justifications there, some of y'all have been surviving on autopilot for months, maybe even years. Y'all have. Smiling on the outside while you're exhausted on the inside. And I'm telling you, I know how that feel, man. I know how that feel. But I want you to know something, okay? I want you to know something. You are allowed to be tired, okay? That's not a problem because you're tired. You are allowed to feel overwhelmed. You're only human. You're going to feel overwhelmed at times. And you are allowed to admit that this year took something from you. Okay? Because it did. It took something from all of us. That's okay. That's okay. But you are also allowed to heal. Regardless of what happened to you this year. Regardless of what 2025 threw at you, you can heal. You are allowed to do so. It's not against the law. You won't go to jail. You won't get in trouble. They won't fine you for it. I kid you not. Actually, if you heal, you'll feel better yourself. It'll start working out for you in your favor. Look, 2024, there I go. Forgetting that we in 2025 already. 2025 had me so tired, man. I tried to put my coffee in the microwave while the microwave was already running. No, sorry. All right, sorry. But all in all, I do want to talk about the whole thing with the New Year's resolutions and why your mental comes first, okay? Every single year, it never fails. We say, I'm going to get money. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to hustle harder. You got all of these things. I'm going to respect this person more. I'm going to start working on my temper. Like, we have all of these things we have as New Year's resolutions, but I've never heard nobody say, I'm going to fix my mind. My New Year's resolution is to fix my mind, get my mental in order. I believe that regardless of what anybody says, I wholeheartedly believe that everybody deserves to put their mental as their number one priority for every new year. Your number one resolution should always be your mind and making sure your mental is okay. Because if your mind is not okay, what makes you think you're going to be okay altogether? What makes you think that year is going to be easier for you than what is going on? I believe that regardless of the situation, every year when y'all create these New Year resolutions, you need to go ahead and make sure that you put your mind as the number one. Correct your mental, fix your mental first. I swear that'll be the best way to get things taken care of for you. I kid you not. That's why most resolutions fail, though, if you ask me. I just think that's why they fail. Because you can't build a strong future with a broken foundation. Okay? You can't outwork trauma. And I'm telling y'all from personal experience, I'm still working 2 to 3 jobs. You cannot outwork trauma. It comes to you when you're not expecting it. It's there. It's not going away. You can't outwork it. Ain't no way. You can't grind your way out of emotional damage. I don't know who told you you can, but you can't. And I'm telling you can't because I've tried. I'm only telling you things that I've tried. And I see they do not work. They are very unhealthy. You know, you move backwards instead of forward that way. It's just not good. It's not good. You can't love people right when you don't even feel right inside. Because how do you know that love that you're giving is even the right type of love? When you're broken, you can't even understand how to love yourself right now because so much is going on with you. That mental is important. So important. People try to look over it as much as they can, but you can't. That mental is super important. I'm telling you. This year, again, your first resolution, it needs to be your mental health. It just needs to be. It's not your body. It's not your bank account. It's your mind. Mind over matter. You know what I mean? Take care of your mind and everything else will be easy. It'll flow smoothly for you. Mind over matter. All right? Take therapy if you need it. Y'all know me. I'm going to talk to you about therapy any chance I can. If I got to bring it up every 2 minutes, I'll bring it up every 2 minutes. Take therapy if you need it, if that's going to help. Start journaling if that's going to help you out. You know, maybe if it's poetry or you just want to write in a journal how you feeling for the day or what somebody made you feel like. It's not childish. It's you expressing yourself in a healthy way so that way you can get a better resolution from what you're looking for. You don't want to keep going in the same toxic cycles of doing the same things that got you where you are instead of doing something different to help you get from where you are. And don't forget, set those boundaries, man. I know we don't like to make people feel uncomfortable, but you're being uncomfortable by letting somebody cross your boundary. That's making you uncomfortable. If they don't care about you being uncomfortable, why would you care if they're uncomfortable? And when it comes to that sense of the matter, I don't mean all in all. I just mean in that sense of the matter. If they don't want to respect your boundaries and they don't want to make you comfortable enough to respect them, because let's be real, if they're worried about comfort, they will respect your boundaries. So let's not worry about how comfortable somebody is with the boundary you set because it's your boundary, not theirs. Yeah? Deal? Cool. Letting go of toxic cycles. Let's stop doing these repeated cycles of getting back to where we was at. Like, if I know that I got to be to work every day at 6 a.m., I'm not going out and staying out till 12, 1 in the morning every day. It's just not going to work out because I know I'm going to be tired. Then I'm going to be complaining at work that I'm tired and I'm ready to go to sleep, so on and so forth. When all in all I should have did was, I should have just went ahead and gotten out of those toxic cycles. Easy. Learning emotional communication. Let me tell you something, man. There was at one point in time where I thought I was probably the best communicator on earth. The best. And then thinking you're a communicator, you have to be open to different types of communication. So when I finally learned and realized that there's different type of communications, like, yeah, you can communicate, then you got emotional communication, you know, you got all of these different versions of it. You're looking at it like, oh, dang, I didn't think like that. So now that I have that thought process to realize that communication isn't just me saying, hey, I'll be home by 4 p.m. I'll see you at 4. It's more so of, hey, I'll be home at 4 p.m. because I'm going to be at work until 3. I get out at 3, but I'm going to stop by the store so I can grab a couple things to drink and maybe some for dinner. I should be here by 4 at the latest, maybe even 3:45. But I want to let you know why or where I'm going and what's going on with it. Now, I know that may not be a much to some of y'all, but you have some people out here where you're trying to communicate with them and they want to know the why, the when, where, why, and how, all of that. When, what, why, where, and how, all of it. So you got to kind of learn to communicate in different forms and ways to do so. I got to communicate with my children differently than I communicate with my spouse. I got to communicate with my boss differently than I communicate with my homeboy, so on and so forth. And I had to learn that there's different levels of communication for it. But when it comes to emotional communication, I have to also think about the other person and how they may feel based off what I'm about to say to them and how I say it. Because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know? So that was a tough one for me. And I'm not perfect at none of them, but I'm learning every single day to get better at them. I'll tell you that much. You know? Everybody else got these weird New Year's resolutions. My New Year's resolution is 4K. 4 cookies, 4 naps, 4 snacks, and keeping my business to myself. You know what I mean? It's keeping it all to myself. I don't know about none of that other stuff, but my mental is definitely already on the list. Anything else is just kind of added on as something to benefit from the first, which is my mental being worked on. Let me tell you something important about tomorrow. And I don't want to hurt no feelings when I say this, but it's not a magical day. Tomorrow's not magic. The calendar doesn't change your life because it's a new day. You do. You change your life because it's a new day. You start doing things different and that changes your life. You start acting different, that changes your life. You start committing to different things and that's what changes your life. But it's not because the new year is coming that your life is going to change. It is going to be because of the actions that you have taken along that route to make those changes. That's what's going to bring a new you, not the day, okay? Not the day. So here's your mental reset challenge. Now tonight, tomorrow morning, either or, but I want it to be done tonight or tomorrow morning, right? And I want you to be very specific and detailed with some of this stuff and just kind of, take a step back and see where you are. I want you to write down what hurt you this year. No matter what it is, I don't care how many things it was, how many things it may have been. I want you to write down what may have hurt you this year. If you can write down what may have hurt you, we can get things going, get it through, and it's something to look at, right? I want you to write down what you learned this year. Because remember, around here, we don't take losses. We take lessons. We learn from everything we've been through. Day in and day out. Day in and day out. We learn from everything we've been through, okay? So write down what you learned. Write down what you wish you would have learned or something you want to learn as well. And then I also want you, look, because this is going to be a little tough for some of y'all because you got to take accountability in a bigger way on this one. But I want you to write down what you refuse to repeat. Anything in this year that you have thought about and said, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this still. I don't know if I want to do that still. I think that I may need to stop hanging out with these certain friends because they no good for me. Maybe I need to stop being around this certain person because they bring out the worst in me, But things that you refuse to repeat that are an unhealthy, toxic cycle in your life, okay? Even if there are some things that may not be unhealthy or toxic, but you may not want to repeat those because you just feel like, hey, I'm better than that now. I can do better than that. Write it down. And then lastly, I want you to write down who you are becoming. I know some of y'all are like, wait a minute, that don't make sense. I don't know who I'm becoming yet. That's what that's for. You're going to write down who you want to become. I want you to put those goals down, what you want to do, how you want to get there, what road you want to take. What do you think you need to do to get there and what options you have to do so? I just want you to really think about the fact that life is going to happen. We all know day in and day out that life be lifing. Okay? Life be lifing. So if that's the case and life be lifing, that means we got to worry about finding a way to move around or make sure that we are doing it in a way of not backpedaling simply because we're trying to get into a better position, better place. I know some people sometimes like to backtrack or go backwards to see if they can kind of change things, but going backwards, you've already been there. You already know what the route looks like. So let's not go backwards. Let's just take a step forward, right? Let's look at the things. Let's take a minute to think about what we've been through, and then we'll take a step forward into making sure we never get there again, or trying to do our best to stay away from that point of return again. Okay. And I really don't like promises, because I think promises are meant to be broken. But I want you all to do everything there. Again, write down what hurt you this year. Write down what you learned. Write down what you refuse to repeat. And write down who you are becoming, who you want to become. And I want you to guarantee yourself. I don't want to say the word promise. I'm going to say I want you to guarantee yourself that you will not carry old pain into new seasons. Okay? You don't have to fix everything at once. You just have to start. You just have to start somewhere to do something. And a lot of the times we get confused because we feel like that things should be done right away or overnight. And that's why that saying was made. Rome was not built in a day. Basically saying that it's going to take time to get these things to happen. It is not going to be an overnight process. You're not going to get it done in the next minute, in the next hour, maybe even the next month. You may not get it done. But you just have to start. If you can start somewhere, you don't have to worry about it. You can just go on an edge along. You'll just keep moving your 2 feet step by step as you go along forward to get it taken care of. But again, the biggest thing is getting to the starting line. A lot of us will try to procrastinate day in and day out. We would try to procrastinate so much instead of just simply getting things done. And I'll tell you right now, procrastination, I feel like that's the king of holding you back. Procrastination is just like, it's like you went in, let's say you just won the lottery, okay? It's like you just won the lottery, but you went and took every dollar you have from the lottery and bought new lottery tickets again for a lottery prize that was a quarter of the amount that you had just won. That's what that looks like. It's kind of crazy. It looks weird. It looks, stupid. You shouldn't do it like that. We have to learn patience with ourselves. We do. We have to learn patience with ourselves. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Healing is not a race at all. And there's different levels to healing. You're not going to have just one level of healing. You got more than one. Here's what I try to show in my household. I try to show in my household that I'm not perfect. And even I make mistakes. And I say that to say because in my home, everyone assumes that dad doesn't make mistakes. Dad does everything and he fixes everything. And I have to remind them, like, no, dad makes mistakes. I just own them. I take accountability for it and say, I need to fix this and fix that. No problem at all. Right? I get it. I understand. It happens to the best of us. So with that happening, I let it be known, like, even I have flaws in the household. I'll tell the kids something like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy didn't do that because I forgot or I didn't know, so I didn't get to it. But I'll get on it right away." But I need them to see that nobody's perfect. I mean, it's great. I'm glad they think that I don't have any issues or nothing to worry about. But boy, are they wrong. Boy, are they wrong. I mean, I hide it well, but it's one thing I'm also trying to do is not hide things. I need to teach them what it looks like to express themselves growing up. I got 2 boys, 2 girls. My boys need to know what it looks like to express themselves. My girls need to know how to receive that information when it's given to them. So I have to show that at home. That's what challenges me too, man. My kids, I don't let nothing distract me from being a father. If I realize something that I am doing is kind of holding me back from being the best father I can be, I'm immediately cutting that shit out. immediately, because that's not my goal. That's not what I want to do. I've never found it so easy to cut stuff off until it comes to my kids. Anything about it, don't worry about it. Oh, it's all good. I'm gonna stop right then and there. I kid you not. Drinking, I stopped drinking so much because I got kids, man. I could do stupid stuff while I'm drunk, and I don't want to. I got a family to worry about. I can't be doing that. So I let that go. Partying all the time, just going out doing whatever, being stupid, young, whatever the case may be. Stopped all of that because I got kids now. I can't just be doing all of that. I got things to lose that are more important to me than those 15 minutes of fame I'd be having out doing it. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Again, be patient with yourself. Healing is not a race. It's not a race. It's not a race. And I know we all said new year, new me. We all got them same bills, though. You know, same goddamn bills. Same goddamn bills. Oh, now listen to me carefully. Hold on. This part right here, I got to be super careful or super patient with y'all with this part. I'm all for everybody having fun. I get it. It's New Year's Eve. You may want to go out and drink. You may want to go out and party, whatever the case may be, whatever you may do. You have your choice and your options. Have fun and enjoy. I'm not telling you not to. Have fun and enjoy. What I am saying is, please, please, please be careful. I know that tonight is a celebration, but your life is not disposable. It's not. We don't want to make it seem like that in no way, shape, or form. Please drink responsibly. Do not drive impaired. There are so many options. I think Uber, Lyft give you free rides for New Year's. The bus gives you a free ride for New Year's. Hell, if I'm up, because I'm planning on going to sleep for New Year's Eve. If I'm up, I give you a ride. I'll come and get you and take you where you need to go. I would much rather you be safe than be out here in these streets being irresponsible. Please, please, please. If you notice somebody is drunk or they're impaired and they trying to take the wheel, don't let them. Don't go along with them. Take their keys. Try to fight them off. Do whatever. You are just trying to save a life one at a time. Please, please, please. Do not ride with somebody that's impaired. And if you're the sober one out the group, get behind that goddamn wheel. Drop everybody off at home. Whoever car it is, you'll get them in the morning so they can come get their car and take you back home. But please, please, please drop everybody off if you're the sober one. It got to a point where some years I designate myself as a DD so I can make sure people get home on time and safe and sound. I kid you not. It is what it is. Charge your phone. Please, all of y'all, charge your phones. Make sure that you can communicate with everybody that you can. Make sure you are sharing your location with at least 2 to 3 people tonight, in case somebody has to come and get you from a hotel or a casino or somewhere in Vegas or in town in Nevada, and you're drunk and can't tell them where you at. Share your location with them. Call the person you share the location with. You don't need to tell them where you at. They know where you at. They'll come get you, you know. Call me. Share it with me if you need to. I got you, you know. I don't know how many rides I could do for tonight, but I will try to help any and everybody I can if you need a way home and you out there drunk and you don't want to drive. Don't worry about it. I got you. Call Quanni. Call Quanni. My biggest issue is make it home safe. Again, make it home safe, because the best way to start the new year is by being alive to see it. Okay? And I don't want to sound rude. I don't want to sound harsh. I don't want to sound argumentative, but it's at the point where we're in Vegas, and being in Vegas, y'all like to party and drink and do all of this and then get behind the wheel and say, oh, I know how to drink and drive. I wouldn't give a fuck if Jeff Gordon himself was the best drunk driver in the world. I would still tell him to get somebody else to drive. It's not about you. It's about the fact that you got other people out there on the road, okay? Other people are out there driving too. You have to take them into consideration. Stop being selfish. If you can afford to go out, you can afford to get you an Uber or a Lyft home, especially if they're giving you free rides. There's no excuse this year. No excuses this year. None at all. Everything going on with all the technology we have with today's times and everything happening in this world, make a responsible decision. Make the smart choice. Do not drink and drive. And you know now, even if you smoke and drive, it's a felony for the first DUI now. They passed that law. Do y'all want that? Look, I ain't had no DUIs in 33 years. You think I want one now? No, sir. Not going to happen. Not at all. So please, please, please. I don't want to be rude or sound like I'm mean to it, but don't get behind that wheel if you've been drinking. Do better. And if you feel like you don't know if you're going to be drinking enough or not, give your keys to somebody when you walk into that place and let them decide on before you leave. If you are drinking, you don't need to be driving. If you are driving, you don't need to be drinking. So please just drink responsibly. The last thing we want to wake up to is news about people that we care about and now they have lost their life because of an irresponsible decision. Please, y'all. I say this out of love and care. That's it. Just be responsible. That's all I ask y'all to do. All I ask y'all to do. Oh man, I didn't even know the time was coming up so fast. Okay, so if nobody told you today, and I try to say this a lot, but if nobody told you today, I'm gonna tell you specifically. You looking at me? You watching me? You looking at me? You matter. You do matter. Okay. If anybody has not told you that today, I'll tell you right now. You matter. This year didn't break you. It simply just built you. Okay? 2025 just built you into a new person. You got a whole new character now. Character development. That's what I was trying to say by that. All this year did was show how well your character development went. That's it. It just shows how well it was. The fact that you can be here today, that you can talk about what you've been through, you can speak about what you've been through. The fact that you're through all of that, man, kudos to you. Kudos to you. I don't care who you are. I guarantee you have at least one thing. I don't care how big or small it was. You have at least one thing that you have grown from or that you have changed to be better for your life and for your future. That's what I think. Now, if you, on the other hand, if you feeling like that's not the case and you feel like it might be something different, I'm here to tell you, like, listen, the weight that 2025 has put on all of us, there's bound to be something in there that's going to make you feel like you're not okay and you need help with something or you need to work on something. You're going to feel like you got here and it's like, damn, I got to start over tomorrow. No, I want you to look at it as like this. You went through all of these trials and tribulations this year to come out on top at the end of the year. You still standing, still fighting, still surviving. Where's the loss? I don't see one. I don't see one at all. I think that we need to realize that sometimes we have to take a step back and slow down in order to see the full picture. And that's okay. I just want you all to make your mind your first investment. I don't care what else you invest in. I think your mind should be your number one investment. You invest in that and the return you will get from that is, oh my God, it's tenfold. It's like you will be super happy to see the residuals you get from investing in your mind. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. It'll help you protect your peace. It'll help you prioritize your healing to get that done and get it taken care of. And remember, I know I know tomorrow is New Year's, okay? I know it's a new year. And I know people will say, dang, I already messed up first day of the year and already messed up. Listen, if you mess up tomorrow, don't worry about it. You still got 364 more chances, you know? All you got to do is the point is to keep trying, keep putting in the effort, keep on trying. I've been doing my best, especially with my oldest son, to show him that when you fall down, when you fail, when you take a loss, that is not the end. It is not the end all be all. What that means is that you have something that you can learn from that will make you better in this situation for next time. I try to teach him that competing is not just about winning, because if you only compete to win, you're going to be, I'm telling you, when you take a loss, it's going to affect you tough. I try to let him learn that you are going to fall down so many times, but standing up is where you get that courage. You know, just get right back up and keep trying at it. Keep at it. Because again, all in all, man, we all going through a tough battle. We all got a new year ahead of us. We all got new things to try to accomplish and try to reach on our goals. We'll get there. We'll do our best to get there. We'll do our best to be there. So I say, go for it. Aim high, shoot for the stars, right? Don't settle because you feel like you cannot be there when you want to be there. That's just not feasible, to me at least. I don't think you should be doing that to yourself. All in all, I appreciate y'all for coming out listening to me. Again, please be safe tonight. Please be safe. Please be safe. Please be safe. This is Talk is Cheap. I am your boy, Juss Quanni. Be kind to yourself, and I'll see y'all on the other side of the year. Peace, love, and hair grease. I'll catch y'all next week.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. High 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on high702.5fm.com.